Hello, everybody, and welcome to me trying to find the right things to click before I click. I did it. How is everybody doing today?
All right.
Good.
Fine.
I'm super excited, y'all. Guess what happened to me yesterday?
Did you get your teaching certificate?
Yay!
I'm officially not a teacher. I'm officially on a passport to teaching. It's not actually a certificate. It's like a certificate for a certificate. But I got it, finally.
Awesome.
Now I just need to get a job, and then I apply for the real certificate.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. It was like almost super anticlimactic, actually, because by the time I finally got it, I was like, well, there it is. Jeez.
About bloody time.
Like I was kind of mad. I was like, I've been waiting for 6 weeks for this bullshit to happen. All right, I got it good. It's great. Happy days. Hey, tokens. But yes, I have it. And one of the districts I applied to, like, that I submitted my application 2 days before I got it because I was like, I give up. I'm just submitting my applications now, like without them, emailed me this morning telling me things are wrong with my application. So that's awesome because that means they looked at it. And they cared enough to tell me what was wrong with it.
Probably wrong. Yeah.
No, like things to fix, not like we don't want you because blah blah, but like, hey, you need to give us a letter of recommendation that includes these things, and like, you know,
That's useful information.
things to fix. Yeah, which to me indicates that they are potentially interested. Whoa, I have auto. Bad auto. Go away. I don't like you. Webcam, why do you do this to me?
Because I don't like you, Kara.
No, that's not what I want. Why don't you give me the right thing? Controls. Let me have the controls, please.
No controls for you.
Jeez, apparently Discord's like taking it over. It's like, no, you can't do anything. Ah, here we go. Autofocus. No.
Stop it.
All right, now I'm happy again.
Not you. You're a good flu.
Webcams, though, they suck. I have to, like, it had kind of gotten over me having to do that every single time I used it, but I just changed it out because I realized now we're on Discord. Like, my camera picture on Discord is big enough that I can use it just straight onto the stream. So rather than, like, having two webcams going, I can just use the same one, which is really nice.
That's handy.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really make a big difference, except that you guys get to see the same thing as everybody else. I'm not, like, really close because there's a little webcam. A good one.
Oh.
Anyway, I have alcohol, guys. It
Yay.
smells really good. I haven't had anything alcoholic in a little while, so I saw it in my fridge when I was running to grab water, and I was like, "Oh, that looks good. Take it too." It's just like a cider, but it's yummy.
Diversion.
Yeah. So, what all have y'all been up to for the past week?
Enjoying a kitty.
Yay!
Yeah.
I spent a lot of money yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Oh, on something interesting?
I ordered a new computer.
Ooh, that is interesting.
Ooh.
I want to do that. I can't do that.
This one's about 8 years old.
Mine's not quite that old.
Yep, my 5-year-old one died, so I'm back onto the 9-year-old one.
Ooh, boy.
Mine's like
I,
3 years old, and I'm starting to feel like I need to get a new one.
My house smells like paint right now because the outside just got painted yesterday and today.
Oh, does it
And
look
apparently
nice?
my roommate has a bunch of guests over. It got loud all of a sudden like 5 minutes ago. So if there's background noise, that's why.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything.
I went to some really cool summer festivals at the local temples in town.
Nice. What are those
Yeah.
like?
Well, one of them that I went to was really awesome. They had these danjiri, which are kind of like the portable shrines, but instead of shrines on them, they have people on them. So they're these giant wooden floats that people are carrying with like 6 men on top of it playing the drums. Which is, they have the giant drums and the giant like float and the people on them. And they run them across the temple grounds in front of the spectators and like tip the whole entire thing over 90 degrees while the guys are still drumming, and they don't even break rhythm as they get like jerked onto their sides and don't fall out of the float.
So do they have like
And-
seatbelts on? They must have something on.
I guess they must have. There was one time because they kept getting more and more like aggressive and jerky and fast and everything. And there was one point where like 3 of them fell out, but just like jumped right back in again. And it was amazing. Like it was just absolutely incredible. It looked really dangerous, but like they were really, really coordinated. They had like 30 people spotting around. And I'm just like, how do these traditions even get started? But it was really
Yeah, I was gonna, who thought about this?
I have no, but
I bet they were
I-
drunk.
yeah, probably the original. I'm guessing the original people were like, "Oh my gosh, we accidentally tipped over this cart, and it totally worked, and it was so cool." But anyway,
Yeah.
Do it again!
it was really impressive to watch.
That's
Oh
cool.
my gosh.
Except the first guys got flogged for dumping the nobles out of the.
It all began when there was a palanquin and people got dumped out of it, and everyone thought that was really funny.
Right.
Especially the flogging that happened afterwards. That was really the highlight. But that over time disappeared.
And we are left with. Well, I still have no transportation, so I'm stuck downtown and I'm going stir crazy.
Oh no.
Boo.
I thought you were like gonna get a car like a week ago.
My friend has one she's gonna let me have tomorrow. My dad's coming out next week and we're gonna go to Omaha and go car shopping.
Oh, okay.
Daddy wants to help pick out a car for his baby girl. So.
I see.
Plus, he's still kind of jealous because Mom got to come out and visit last year and he didn't.
Oh.
So. But I was
It's
desperate
really
enough
funny
to get
'cause you have,
downtown
like,
that I
a-
biked.
You have like a super long delay, so like you say something and then you're like your mouth moves. And then like once it stops moving, we start hearing you. Speaking of parents, my mom's calling me. I'm hanging up on her. I'm a good daughter.
Ah.
I didn't hang up on her, I just muted her. Which is kind of like hanging up on. I ignored her. That's what I did. She forgot, I think, new scheduling. She finally got like figured out my streaming schedule, kind of. But then when I switch something, it's like, you know, all over.
I had to relearn everything again.
Yeah, yeah. And she's like planning this big family party with like this whole, yay, Carrie got her certificate. And I'm like, the time you're planning the party is the weekend before school starts, so the likelihood of me actually being able to join is very, very slim. But have a party.
Specifically.
Great.
Specifically because of said certificate, no less.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Jimbo. Yeah, it's like...
One of those things where you'd rather be hiding anyway.
Yeah, I don't think I want to like deal with family the weekend before like I start my first day of school. But like, I don't know where I'm going to be. For all I know, I'll get a job like the week before school and I'll be frantically writing lesson plans and trying to like make a classroom and all the things like in 2 days or something. Hopefully that's not the case, but it might be.
Just do what every software company these days does, which is do things one day at a time. And even then, only half plan it.
Somehow I don't think that that would get me my non-interim state teaching certificate. There's all kinds of things I have to fill out and send into the state this year, including lesson plans.
I'm doing some very short-term temporary teaching jobs this summer, and I am so frustrated that because I used to have all these amazing lesson materials that I made over the course of several years that were like adaptable for various lessons, but they also took up a ton of space.
Right.
And since I haven't been a teacher for years, I finally got rid of them all, and now I'm like, I need this stuff, and I have to make it all from scratch again.
Yeah.
Well.
Oops.
If only for the advent of like mass scanners.
Well, yeah.
Right.
But yeah, no, the one book I ever sold when I was in college, this is a really orange pen, I don't know why I'm playing with it, was my linguistics book. Because I was like, I'm never using this again. I hated this class. Done. So I promptly sold it as soon as the semester was over, like, you know, the way you do for like a tenth of the price that you paid for it. And then I moved to Poland where I taught English, and I wished every single day that I had that stupid linguistics book.
Oh my god.
So I never sold another book. I still have every single book from college, except that one.
My god.
And I think that's the only one I've ever used, or wanted to use. So there you go.
Well, of course.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
If you hadn't sold it, you wouldn't care.
No, I
Yeah.
wouldn't have. And I mean, it wouldn't have helped me anyway. It's not like, well, no, I might have brought it to Poland, actually, once I realized I was doing that. Because I probably would have realized, oh, this might be useful for teaching a language. But, whatever.
Yeah.
Trying
All
to
you see
remember
is
parts of
eyes.
speech off the top of my head worked really well. Oh, the really funny thing I remember once, I was trying to explain to these, I had these two siblings from Spain, randomly, and I was teaching them English, and I was in Poland. Point is, so we actually spoke Spanish more often than like anything else. And I don't even speak Spanish very well, but I certainly spoke it better than Polish. But I was trying to like explain to them the concept of the word war. Like, what is war? And they weren't grasping it. So I was like drawing all these pictures of like stick figures with like little rifles like shooting each other. And they just kept looking at me like I was crazy. I think at some point they just thought it was really funny to watch me keep drawing these pictures. Because they were like, you know, high school age. But eventually they got it and everything. But I just remember that always. Whenever I think about teaching English when I was in Warsaw, I remember teaching these two siblings from Spain about war. It's like, this is a very American thing to teach these kids.
Yeah, yeah.
But they were very fun. We went out a lot. They were kind of part of like our little friends group. And I taught them English. Anyway, so, is there anything else anybody needs to talk about? Or should we start playing?
Let's go for it.
Okay,
Let's play. Sorry.
let's see what kind of new horrors are awaiting you today.
where we were, what we were doing, and everything in between.
Yeah, so does anybody want to talk about it, or should I read my notes?
You should read your notes because I had a cat last time, and I think I stared more at the cat and the cat. What?
I remember that. I remember Elizabeth had a cat.
Yeah, that's true. Let me find my notes, because I'm pretty sure I took them, because I finally got better about things, maybe. That would have been
Yeah.
7-11.
It's just these beautiful orbs.
Oh, these are my notes about what's supposed to happen. Did I take notes about what did happen? No, just my notes about what's supposed to happen.
Which probably doesn't really resemble anything about what actually happened.
Not much, no.
We fought Faye, didn't we, or something? And somebody got like, they're trees,
there were
and then
Chariot.
Yeah, you fought so you were going home from the university, and you ran into a dog that was about to get crushed. You managed to save the dog, just barely, due to a few not so grand rolls. And the dog attached itself to you promptly. You tried to find his house, but you decided that maybe it didn't have a house anymore. And then you continued on, and you heard the screaming, so you went and you fought a bunch of dryads.
Rusty fell in love with a tree.
Yeah, Rusty fell in love with a tree.
So did Card briefly.
So
Briefly, yeah.
I mean, about the same amount of time for both of them, actually. But yeah.
I think Rusty's was like 2 rounds.
His was a little bit longer.
Yeah,
I never had an action while actually under the influence.
I killed his before he killed mine.
One, because I was threatening his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get really mad at you for that. Mm-hmm. And then Pew did magic, and he realized, oh yeah, never mind.
Stop.
She's way cooler.
yeah.
So yeah, once you got over the initial love charms, you all managed to wipe out the dryads fairly easily. And I think. And yeah, and then you found out that they may or may not have been harassed. It's hard to tell based on the people that they were attacking. Story. You couldn't find any indication of where they came from. You heard the story that they'd just been popped into existence, and that seems to be the case because you couldn't find any indication they come from elsewhere. And then you went home and slept, and then you went and talked to Leo, who didn't have a whole lot of new information for you. And decided that you wanted to talk to Saida to learn what you can. They want to talk to Jeremiah when you can, which is not this week because he's still on vacation, just so you know.
Zabum.
Yeah, you don't know where he is, but I know that he's on vacation.
He's supposed to be settling our court case.
He's a lawyer.
Yeah, who's taking vacation during a massive crisis? Come on, man. Who's pointing fingers at us? Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
He's a government employee.
Yeah, right? You have to. There's no option. They make you take vacation.
Forest.
Yeah. Oh, so you were reminded that there was something really large in the Cascades, and that maybe it's weird going down to Portland. People are maybe avoiding that for some reason or another, like that.
Yep.
And I think that was about everything that happened. Mostly you just had a big fight, I think. Is there anything else anybody remembers?
Introduced the 2 avatars.
That's right. You did.
That was important.
Leo and I haven't killed each other yet.
No. It was relatively animosity-free first meeting.
Well, I wouldn't say that. There was an awful lot of animosity, just not on their direct parts.
That's true. A relatively low amount of human animosity.
Well, they had people in their heads being like, kill them!
The voices in their heads, on the other hand.
Oh my god.
So I think we just decided we were going to wait to talk to Seda before possibly trying to go to the Cascades or something, right?
Yeah, we were going to try to get more info on the Cascades monster and talk to Seda in the meantime, I think.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, so as we did, we shall begin with you guys. I think, did you all go home at the end?
Think so.
I forget
Oh,
if we
and
went home or
Or we just ended. I don't remember.
headed down to the docks to see if we could just stumble into Sid.
Oh, just randomly she might be there.
I don't think that was the plan.
What
I
are
think we
you
were planning to
doing?
wait for technology, but
Oh, critical detail. Rusty asks Card's horse if it actually eats or if it doesn't.
oh yes,
That's right, it
Apparently
eats.
And
Did.
answered that question.
Yeah, it does
Oh,
need
by
to be
the
taken
way,
care of. Oh,
I
food is
forgot
in
the
short
dog's
supply.
name.
I'm sorry,
What
what?
is the dog's name again?
The dog is Lucky.
Lucky.
Lucky. That's right. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so you guys head to wherever you head, your various houses and homes. And are you gonna do anything for the rest of the evening? Or day? I think it was morning.
Yeah, it was pretty early. We could, and she's frozen right now, I think, but I was going to say we could maybe go over to Pew's house and raid the basement for, like, survival rations to tide us over while we find other food.
All the MREs you can eat.
Yep.
I think I'm going to experiment with trying to make food.
Okay.
These are good ideas.
I don't know how tasty it will be, but
We're probably getting progressively less picky about that.
It's probably true.
Probably.
It's also really hot in my house all of a sudden.
It's like when you go camping for a long time and everything tastes amazing by the end of the trip.
Yeah, that like freeze-dried cramp food, man, that stuff is good by the end of the trip.
And, like, stale tang is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Then you get back to civilization and it's atrocious again.
Yeah. I was firmly convinced that like dehydrated beans were actually super, super amazing until I got back from my bike tour and tried to eat them. And it was awful. And we have lost Elizabeth.
No.
You gonna try to do this? I don't know if it's good. Oh, it's the old layout thing. It's all the old everything, you guys. And you guys are in the wrong places, but you know what? Whatever.
Yeah, your Twitch stream is kind of interesting.
I'm in the right place.
You're in the right place. I don't know where Dan is. He's just not there. I guess I might as well. I almost did this earlier, and I was like, nah, whatever. I'll do it later. Maybe I should have done this one too. All right, let's go to. Wait. That is not the right thing anyway. I want to be on cancel. I want to be on this one. It's still, whoa, it's still wrong. Now it's really red. Hey guys, this is fun. It's working super well.
If we,
I can tell.
oh boy. Yeah, because we were kind of waiting till power came back on. So, so we got back to tech, and then we were going to contact Seda.
Right.
And I think just like work on like food and miscellany in the meantime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
I'll
don't
be
have a whole lot to do
studying
with
that survival
food
book.
time, so, yeah.
Oops.
Ooh,
I'm trying to fix thing, you
Almost.
guys. I'm trying.
I'm half on my own screen.
Well, now you're a little more on your own screen. Your
I'm going
chin.
to fix it.
As much as I can get.
Back.
I'll say I'll do one thing. I'll sit down with that photo album I got forever ago when we were on the highway, and I'll open it back up because I haven't looked at it for a long time, and I'll find that picture that looked familiar, and I'll pull it out and look at the back of it to see if it has anything written on it.
I could
Or
give
if
you
there's,
two
like-
sections
Notes. 2 sections of what?
of you.
That's odd looking.
Now you have a bar across your face. Oh, good. I can fix it all now. Now that I've just messed with it all up. All right, there you go.
Knew that was gonna happen.
So did I. It was kind of funny to play with.
What?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. Things didn't work out when you were gone very well.
Oops. Oops. I just appreciated my computer was like, fuck you, bitch. I'm just going to forget about the internet and how it works for now.
I hate
I was
it when
just
it does
assuming
that.
it had something to do with your cat.
No. No, she is just staring.
She's totally fine, huh?
Yeah, no, it's just my computer. It's like, oh, you haven't registered me in a while, so I'm going to figure out how to use a Wi-Fi card.
Good times.
Mm-hmm.
This breaks every time. I know it does, Tokens. It's because I don't know why. Sometimes some scenes work and sometimes they don't. And I don't know why that is. It's just really annoying. Okay, so you're going to go look at your photo album. Is that what you said, Rusty?
Yeah, I'm gonna go look at that and see
Okay.
after
After you've had it for like a month?
Yeah, or however long. I've lost track of the days.
I have not.
Cool.
If any of you want to know, it is currently June 11th.
Oh, that's my
Oh.
birthday.
Your real birthday or your
My real
character
birthday. No,
Because I know
think
when my character's birthday is. But
Usually I'm lazy and decide that my character's birthday is my birthday, so maybe it is Ronya's birthday.
Maybe it is, but does Ronya know that has she been keeping track?
I don't know.
As well as I have been keeping track. Yeah, so you can definitely go look at that photo album. I need you to make a history or perception, whichever you would rather, or investigation.
okay.
We can go about this from multiple different angles.
27.
27.
Ooh,
All right.
that's pretty
That was a
darn good.
natural 19.
Nice. Okay, so in going through this photo album, you picked it up originally because you thought there's something sort of familiar about it, and then you kind of forgot about it or whatever. So going through it, you definitely have the feeling that there are familiar faces in this, or at least a familiar face. And the more you look at one of the people who is in many of the older pictures, not the recent ones so much, but like the really old ones, the face looks a lot like yours. And that's kind of what jogged your memory, but not enough like yours that it's you, obviously. But very, very similar. It's a male. He looks like he would be about 20 years older than you, probably based on the sort of aging of the pictures or outfits they were wearing at the time.
Yeah, I start looking at, like, checking the backs, because you know how people write on the back of pictures to, like, say when it was and what they were doing.
Sure.
And just kind of get an idea of stuff.
Yeah, let me real fast look up something. I forgot some of the details. It's been a while since I made that all up.
Yeah, I conveniently forgot it for like 25 sessions or whatever it was.
Yeah, like it's all in here. I just have to go find it and remember what it all was. I remember the basics. So you see on the back of the pictures, a couple of them are labeled with Chris and Press. Like when it's two guys that are like clearly like best friends. And the one labeled Press is the one that looks sort of close to you.
It was Chris and Press.
Yeah. And you also actually, in going through it, because you rolled really well, and now you're really taking time to look at it closely, you see a picture of this guy who you think is named Press, or, well, I guess, yeah, Chris or Press, but in like deducing, you figure out that Press is the one that looks like you. You see a picture of him, like embracing somebody that looks a lot like your mom when she was really young.
Oh boy.
Oh
I
boy.
am excited, but not super excited in certain ways about this.
Yeah. And going
I
through
pulled
it,
up-
you actually... Oh, sorry, continue.
I was just going to say I pulled that specific picture out that's got my mom in it.
Okay.
That I
Yeah.
think's my mom.
Like, it's not the best picture. It's kind of blurry, and it was obviously, like, just kind of this candid, like, snap picture. but you think it definitely looks all like her. And going through, sort of like looking at the back of the photo album and stuff, you actually see a nameplate on it that says Christopher Harden. And lots of pictures, like later on, the pictures of people that you think may be familiar kind of go away, but there's many more pictures of this man as he gets older. And then towards the end, there's pictures of him and a little girl.
Wait, the Chris person or?
Yeah, the Chris person.
Does that name sound familiar to other people I met?
You can make a history check.
Like if I met someone named Chris somewhere, 13.
13. It's a pretty common name. And you definitely think you've met Chris's, but this picture / name combination isn't really ringing any bells.
Okay. I'm just like sitting, staring at the picture that.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm trying to make food.
Writing songs.
Did you prepare your making food spell today?
I did.
Okay. Then after, it takes like a little bit because you're trying to sort of figure out how to pray for food. And actually roll a d20. You can just roll it physically if that's faster and easier. I don't really care. I'm not looking at in-game chat anyway. I can't see it and you guys at the same time.
Roll a d20 for me. Roll20 decided to shut me out of the game completely, so...
Okay.
Would you like me to just roll a d20?
There,
Yeah,
you
let's
got a
do that.
19.
Oh, his was way better than mine. Don't listen to mine.
Boom. Natural 19.
Dan's
Good
gonna
job.
roll for me from now on.
So how much food does that spell naturally create?
45.
45
Like a
pounds.
lot, huh?
Like a whole
Sounds
group
like
of food.
Yeah.
Like a big old
And 30 gallons of
table
water.
full of food.
Yeah, 45
That
pounds
is
of food
a
and
lot.
30 gallons of water. Did you like have containers to put this in?
Oh, I didn't think that far ahead.
Okay.
So she's like in the
So
kitchen.
this like waterfall of water just like spills out on the kitchen floor.
Oh dear.
Some of it is in the sink, but then it sort of starts draining down the sink. And like there's just all sorts of food like all over the counters and all over the floor, and it's a ton of food, like probably way more than what you actually were not really expecting, but would have thought that you would have gotten. And you get this little sort of laugh in your head, like, as you wish.
The hell? What did you do?
I think I can make food.
What kind of food did you create?
I just tested immediately.
I don't know, I was thinking of like bread or granola bars and like trail ration type things.
There is an abundance of just like peanuts and M&Ms, like all strewn all over the floor. Like it's like inches deep on the floor. And it's kind of waterfalled with the water. It's really all wet now because the water came down as well.
Ew.
And there's some soggy bread mixed in with it.
Once again, I'm glad I'm hanging out at Leo's.
I'm hoping some of it's on the counters.
There's a little bit on the counters too. It just kind of went everywhere. It's a huge mess, but definitely the stuff on the counters is more edible because he or whatever created this food and water, like put a lot of the water in the sink, and then when it overflowed, it just kind of fell all over the floor, and the food just rained down everywhere.
Well,
like manna from
I
the
mean,
heavens.
I suppose one of the things that's good about you choosing such boring food is that it might actually like last. We can store some of it if we don't eat it.
Yeah, I think it goes bad after 24 hours.
Oh, does it?
You can try. You don't really, I mean, I don't know. You probably have a feeling, but
I'm just completely bemused by the fact that this worked and quite so well. Also, I'm very wet and there's peanuts in my hair.
yeah, there are. And like melted chocolate.
Oh, gosh.
It's still pretty useful.
So, needs a little fine tuning.
I grab a handful of food and then go back to being like really quiet,
Okay.
oddly quiet, probably.
Okay. Yeah, you're usually pretty chatty.
Yeah. Do I notice this? Because this is exactly the kind of thing Rusty's usually ripping on me for.
I mean, you could make a perception check, or you can just roleplay it, because I would assume that you would probably know Rusty at this
I'm
point.
just saying it's probably super.
Yeah.
Like I was looking through this thing. Shut down now.
Yeah. I would say that I notice. But I'm actually going to get up and go try to find towels.
Okay. I notice. I go find towels.
Yeah.
I don't want to call him out on it in front of everybody.
Okay, yeah, so you have probably explored the house to the point where you know where the linen closet is, so you're able to find towels pretty easily.
All of the towels.
They're now sort of covered in chocolate.
30 gallons of towels.
It's a lot of towels. Are you doing anything, Ronya?
I think I'm just in whatever room I have decided is mine, and I'm just writing more angsty songs.
Okay. It's an angsty
Did
sort
you
of
come back
household.
with us?
Oh,
I was gonna say, did Pew come back with us?
I think Pew's gonna have to. Pew probably went home, and she is gonna be kept. Yeah, she's she feels like she knows something. She wants to test it. So
Yeah, but she
she's
doesn't
going
have
to.
any materials.
Wait, what materials does she need for this? Oh
know,
no. She's practicing her hand symbols, and she casts Link.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so this is what she's doing around the house. Right? And so, okay, so I roll a, what, d20?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh god. Oh, no. What?
I just looked up what Blink does. And now
The
I've
other-
got this
the
image
other
in my
slash.
head.
Huh?
The other slash.
I realized that after I did that, I'm like, I'm just doing that. 15, so, oh. She vanishes, right?
I have music for you.
Oh my god.
All right, that's done. I just like remember because I was looking at music earlier that there is an ethereal plane specific music. So there you go.
Why, thank you.
So yeah, everything looks really strange. Extremely
Like
strange.
Frodo's got his ring on strange.
Yeah, probably about that strange. So yeah, you're just like on this different place that doesn't really have a meaning in your history world.
Gosh. This is so cool.
Yeah, I don't think she knows the meaning of the word caution.
No.
You're just now coming to this conclusion?
No, I'm just pointing it out.
She petted a werewolf.
She fed a werewolf. Dead
To be fair.
squirrels.
She almost died for salt.
There's that. So about 6 seconds later, right? have to-
Yeah, you can roll again.
Okay.
And you
And
can
I
kind of
come
jump
back.
around if you want to.
So I'm gonna go into within 10 feet. So I'm gonna go to my bedroom door, or
Okay.
like I'm in my bedroom, and so I'm gonna try and do that, and quickly. Oh, wrong. I'm just doing all the wrong rolls today.
You could just
I'm
hit
gonna.
that.
Yeah, I could. Oh,
Just
and
as a
then.
thought.
Yeah, no. Yep, I
Oh,
stay.
okay. So you just sort of get stuck by your door.
Yep.
Well, the way I was reading it, you blink into the ethereal plane, and then you automatically come back, and then potentially blink
Right.
out again.
Blink back in, yeah. So you made it,
Right.
you got to your door, and then you didn't go back in. You're just by the door.
Yep.
Yep. It was a strange experience.
That's that's what she did.
All right. It was definitely interesting. Oh, I forgot.
Oh,
Okay, never mind.
and she's. Have I figured out? I read the notes, but have I figured out any of the kobold stuff by now in the spellbooks?
Oh yeah, probably. You've had them for a while.
Okay.
I really wish that I had thought to bring a hair tie, but I didn't. Yeah, you've got those if you so desire. You had
Is
2
there
weeks
any-
to hang out on Bainbridge Island, so
Right.
you
Yeah.
had lots of time to learn things.
A lot of time for reading, yeah.
Yeah.
And figuring things out. Do I know any new spells now?
Yeah, you know whichever ones were listed in that.
Which is it? Do I have that in there?
Pretty sure I gave it to you.
I have Fire and New Cave Treasure. No, I don't think so. I don't know if I do.
It's not it.
Gem.
Not there. I mean, I can just read them to you again.
Okay.
If you hold up just a moment.
I'm holding.
Um,
Dun, 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 dun.
For me to find them. I think I had this all written down, but then I got rid of all of my notes because I thought I had translated all the ones or like digitized them all, but I didn't digitize the things I thought I'd already given to you. So that
I think we did.
is not the right book. Hold up a second more. I will find this, damn it.
what are you doing, Fuzzface? Oh,
Handily,
Laying
I
on my
happen to have
headphones.
bought the book that it's in. I did. Okay. So in that there was Charm Person, Chromatic Orb.
Oh, okay, I did.
Okay.
We did get this.
Okay. Great.
Yes. Okay.
I thought that I gave it to you. That's why I didn't
Yeah, I
type
wanted
it.
to make sure.
there goes the
I'm like, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Whew.
Good. You got it.
Totally.
Perfect.
Just rereading those to see if I glanced at anything new and figured out anything else. So no, obviously not.
Okay. Yeah, and then from the notes from the university, you got Alarm, right?
Yeah, I
So
yeah,
like
I
what
like
from
that. Arm.
Harm?
Sorry. Arm. Alarm.
Alarm.
Alarm. Okay.
Alarm. Yeah.
She learned arm spell.
A spell to
It's a
create an
spell where
arm.
you use your arms.
I was a little
Card and I are
confused.
very good at it.
It's like Mage Hand, only way less cool because it's just an arm.
Arm.
No hand, just
That's not what my mage hand is,
You can
man.
throat check people. That could be handy.
Right?
just limb just comes out of nowhere.
This is my limb. Yeah. Okay.
This limb is your limb. This limb is my limb.
So
All right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully it's not too long till we get some technology. We can use our cell phones.
Let's find out what happens tonight. Hey, guess what? Late evening time, like lately, like 11 p.m., there is the Wave of Magic breaks.
Woo!
And
So since Romeo's up in her room,
like a distant car siren go off.
it's
It's sort of like it happens a lot when magic ends, but you know, you hear it. That's how you know it's one of the indications.
We're like, oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
At some point, I get up and go look for a phone book somewhere
Okay.
around the house.
Let's see.
After like probably hours of like,
Who keeps phone books anymore?
That's why I'm
They
rolling
don't-
for phone book.
They still get delivered regularly on our doorstep.
Like
We do
5
have
of
them.
them
We
a
never,
year. It's stupid annoying.
like we don't use them, but we certainly have them in our house. Like,
difference between receive and keep.
yeah.
So that said, you are not able to find a phone book.
okay,
They may have been very good about their recycling.
jerks.
Right? Damn them for being responsible.
They should have realized this would happen.
So I'm kind of watching Rusty. I'm assuming he's not trying to hide this.
Okay, yeah, as he's
No.
like scouring the
No.
house for something.
And I
So
didn't
I'm
say
gonna
anything
come
the
up and
whole
be,
time.
there's a dog stuck to my headphones. So I'm gonna like come up and be like, hey, something? Do you need something?
Yeah, I'm looking for a phone.
Oh,
I just like keep like hunting through the house for a while.
I'm gonna help him search.
Okay. So you
And while
guys
we're doing
look
this, be like,
really hard, really well. You go
Are you
through.
all right? Right. I mean, there's
I-
M&Ms covering the kitchen, and you didn't say a word.
Yeah, that's weird, but and I'm still holding that picture of what I assume is both my parents. And I'll just be like, this is my dad. I've never met him. Or at least don't remember him.
But you have a picture of him. Where'd you get that?
When we were on our way back from Sanctuary, I was, doing what I do, and I saw some pictures that looked familiar, so I grabbed this photo album and I just now looked through it.
And it had pictures of your dad in it?
Yeah.
Interesting coincidence.
I mean, I did toss a lot of cars on the way back, so
Still, it sounds like something my God would do.
yeah, maybe.
At that, by the way, I pointed at the kitchen.
Yeah, that. I mean, I probably would have laughed too a lot, but yeah, he's got like this buddy here, and I was gonna see if I could like find either of them in the phone book maybe, but nobody has phone books anymore.
You said you found that in an abandoned car?
Yeah. If I had realized it at the time, I might have searched it more, but
So that kind of suggests they're alive. At least one.
I mean,
Someone who had this book is alive.
yeah, maybe. I mean, my dad's alive. I might kill him myself, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how I feel yet. My mom raised me by herself and couldn't. It's a long story. I just, yeah, never mind. Don't worry about it.
Maybe you should go talk to Julie. She might know some things about your dad.
Yeah, maybe. And I walk off and sit back down for a bit.
At this point, Roniel comes back downstairs and goes up to Sarah, and it's like, "Hey, so have you texted Sita or anything? It sounds like text back on."
Oh, yeah. There's food in the kitchen if you want any.
Oh, okay, cool. I go and look for some. I'm like, whatever, and just sort of take some.
Turns out creating food out of magic is messier than I thought. I'll try to keep it under control next time. So yeah, I'm gonna pull out my phone and text Seda, and I'll just say, "We're back from the island. Want to meet?"
Okay. And there's a bit of a pause. It is like 11 p.m. But after a little while, you actually do get, a little ding of a returning text or whatever your phone's set to. And you have a little text saying, "In public, where?"
Docs again?
Another pause, and then more public.
University?
Where?
I don't know, is there commons or something?
Red Square.
Yeah, there.
Okay, when?
Was it noon tomorrow?
Okay, see you there.
All right.
Huh. Is Ronya still in there with me?
Yeah. I was waiting to see what the plans were.
Yeah, so Seda wants to meet us in public. She was very adamant about public. So noon tomorrow, university?
Okay. Works for me.
And I'll text Card and Pew as well.
We could use the sending stones.
Oh my god.
That's
Did we?
true.
It's not magic.
Oh, wait. I mean, magic still works when it's not magic. It's just tech doesn't work when it's not tech, right?
Yeah, it's weirdly one way.
We could try it.
Yeah, go ahead and try.
I'm gonna shout out, be like, "Hey, Rusty, see if you can get Pew on the Rocky Talkie.
What's up? Okay.
Let her know we're gonna meet Seda tomorrow at noon."
Okay. Right. I guess tell everybody, because I think
Yeah, they said you can't just
Hey,
tell one person.
we're going to meet Seda at noon at the university. Let's meet beforehand and head over.
You don't get it. There's nobody hears anything.
I'm like
You guys
holding
hear
mine,
anything?
like waiting for it to make noise.
Do you
I
think it
don't
doesn't
text
work
them.
because I don't know how to use magic?
No, I think it's not working. Like, it just doesn't seem to be responding at all because mine's not doing anything either. I guess just text him for now, guys.
Yeah,
I just head over to Pew's.
Okay.
I watch him go, and I'll be like, I guess I'll just text James then, shall I?
All right, so at about 11:30, there's a knock on your door, Pew.
On my bedroom door or the outside door? Because I'm pretty sure.
I would have
No, wait,
let
Rusty, it's
myself
probably the
into
bedroom
the
window.
house. Possibly the bedroom window.
Yeah,
There's a way to get
probably.
it.
Okay, yeah.
He would knock?
That's where you hear a knock or a pebble or something.
I'm surprised he would even knock.
Oh, he's being respectful.
Well, his girlfriend does have the ability to make fireballs. Knocking is probably
Yeah.
advisable.
There was a whole
Yeah.
lecture about being cautious the other day.
I know that I don't want to surprise her in a bad
Yeah.
way.
That is true.
Oops. Okay, open up the window. Or yeah, window, probably window. Hey, what's up?
Hey, I think we're gonna go meet Seda tomorrow at the university.
Oh, okay. What time? When? What?
Noon.
Okay. Cool. Also, I think there's some weird things.
There's
There's
lots
like
of weird
this.
things.
This is a weirder thing. I kind of feel like I disappeared for a little bit, and I was in another place. And it was really cool.
Not what?
Well, at first I was just going to say I know, because she seems to be off in her own little world all the time.
I remember when we were on the highway and I was rummaging through cars all the time to find like food and supplies and stuff.
Yeah.
I found that photo album that I stuck in my bag.
Oh, yeah.
I looked at it and I think it's got pictures of my dad in it.
Huh.
I've never met him.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. What are you gonna do about it?
I was gonna look and see because it looks like his friend's photo. I was gonna see if one or both of them were in the phone book, but nobody has a phone book. Do you have a phone book? Where's a phone book? I'll go look for a phone book.
Okay, yeah.
I'll start to head towards the door.
Yeah, let me. Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I'll help you look for a phone book. We'll see if. Oh, we gotta be quiet. Shit, we gotta be quiet. My dad, he might wake up. Who knows? Okay.
Well, actually, where are you looking for a phone book?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, where are you looking for a phone book?
I'm wandering around.
Where? Okay, either in the survival den, or
You have a survival den.
well, the basement.
Okay.
A survival nest. Because that would seem like something that you'd have on hand because, you could call the FBI numbers in case.
Well, if you're on that level of survival, is the phone even working?
Right, is the FBI in the phone book?
The local offices have phone numbers. Gosh. And then I was gonna look in like where like the the assistant is or like has an assistant place. Those are like the two places that I would think that there might be a phone book in this entire household.
Okay. So make an investigation check because you're trying to be quiet and like a stealth check, both of you.
Oh God.
So I got a 23 on stealth.
Nice.
Good for you. Pew's not going to do that well. Okay.
Can Pew do that well?
I think at least, I don't think so. Boop.
The answer is go away, Lauren.
Investigation. Yeah, there's no. There we go. Oh yeah, stealthy as a fox. 11 for stealth. Investigation 21.
All right. So you're definitely able to sort of, you think you're sneaking around the house. It's very like reminiscent of high school. And you sneak around and looking around. It's the least illicit sneaking around you think you've ever done of your house. As far as sneaking around goes, like you're looking for a phone book.
Scandalous.
Right. And in the sort of aids cubby, you do actually find a phone book.
Yay!
Ooh. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Here you go.
I just sit down and start looking for Christopher Harden in the phone book. And then realize, like, oh, maybe I can just look up my dad, too, and try to look for him.
Okay.
By what I'm pretty sure is his name now.
So, I don't remember. Do you know what his last name was?
Yeah, because it was Rusty's last name before he changed it.
Okay, right. So you find a number of Harlans, and there are like 2 C Harlans in the phone book. You do not find anyone by your dad's name, or what you think is his name.
Did you say a number of? You cut out a little bit.
Oh, Harlans. There are 2 C Harlans, and a bunch of other Harlans, like 6 other ones that aren't. Probably, they don't have C's. They're other letters or names.
Okay, and that's what his name was on the...
Christopher Harlan, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, no, that's right. I do. I even have that on my notes, what their last name was.
Yeah. Okay. I probably pull that page out of the phone book or something.
Okay. After committing phone book desecration.
Then I'll probably crash, but not really sleep well.
Okay. Are you going to go home to do that, or are you going to stay over?
Probably stay over.
Since it seems to be unanimous, I think you stay over.
Yeah.
All right. So you toss and turn. Pew, it's sort of irritating, but whatever.
Yeah. Whatever.
And morning comes.
Okay.
Should we go meet with everybody?
Yeah, we probably should.
Oh, Sarah figured out how to make food yesterday, but she made a huge mess.
Oh, shoot. Oh, that's useful.
Yeah, I mean, if we ever want to make a huge mess, I guess.
Well, I mean, that's nice that you can, feed a bunch of people. Or,
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
know how much
a
space.
lot of food, too. It was all over the place. And water everywhere.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, it was great.
Water?
Yeah,
All over?
you'll see.
Okay.
I think she cleaned it up, but, it's... yeah.
Sarah, yeah, I'm not sure if she can clean up.
Are you mistaking Sarah for Sarah's player?
Yes, no.
I think she's metagaming.
I'm pretty sure Sarah can clean up. So
The first thing she did
Sarah
was look for
likes
towels.
things clean.
huh?
Sarah likes things clean.
Okay. Tidy.
Yeah, we get over there and I show Pew
I
the
am not Sarah.
disaster of the kitchen.
Okay. So it has, there has been some rudimentary cleaning going on, but there was a lot. It's a mess. Everything that was on the counter is still on the counter because it wasn't wet, probably. But yeah.
I piled all the stuff that was not soaking wet off to one side, with the stuff that was actually food edible.
There's lots of trail mix. There's a couple of loaves of bread that made it.
I wander down and I've got all my stuff together and look like I'm ready to head out. I'm like, oh, you're here. Shall we do this?
Trail mix for breakfast.
Yep.
It's perfectly adequate breakfast.
Load up while we have food.
Yeah. So you all, except James, have a hearty breakfast of peanuts and M&Ms.
Except they're bland, apparently.
Oh, they're fine.
Per the spell description.
Oh,
but
does
if
it
we
say
want flavor.
bland?
Yeah.
I didn't read that.
Well, I think it's bland because we have 45 pounds of peanuts in it.
Probably true. It probably gets bland pretty
Sure.
quickly.
Like, it's not filet mignon. It's
Oh, bland but nourishing. It's true. Okay. Yeah. Well, you eat your food, and is everybody packed up? James, did you get Sarah? You texted James, right, to say you were meeting?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
She said she was going to, but
Yeah,
we can
she
assume
did.
that she actually followed through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
Well,
did
and
you
we'd
say
probably
you, to
swing
meet
back-
him, and where?
Oh.
I thought he was coming to our place.
okay.
I mean, if
Did
you
you
said that,
say
then
that
sure, we can do
or
that. I mean,
ask?
I think we can assume she did. I mean, that's how this game works.
So presumably she texted you saying, "Hey, come over. We're meeting Seda. So
Okay.
come at like 10." I don't know. Some kind of logical sort of text.
Or maybe like we'll meet him at university or something.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
well, I
we're
mean,
like right
don't
next
think
door,
I'm-
basically. So
Yeah, you're not that far from Leo's anyway.
yeah,
yeah, we can. I think we can meet closer. So yeah,
Together?
all right.
Okay.
Yeah, let's all meet up.
Okay. So you all meet up, you get together. James, are you bringing anyone with you or doing anything special? What have you been doing all this time?
Me?
Yeah.
Just hanging out with Elaine and the horse,
Okay.
and Leo, and
All right. It's much less angsty over there. Even with the girl whose mom recently died, it's still less angsty over
Yeah.
there.
I'm not angsty, I'm just messy.
Definitely less messy as well.
well,
I packed
probably
up a
Elaine's
bag of
apparently
M&Ms.
learning magic too. Who knows what she's doing?
She's not creating food. She is like throwing things though. Like sometimes you just get like random like pine cones hit the back of your head. And she looks all innocent, like, "What do you mean? I'm over here. It couldn't have been me."
Totally didn't do that.
Hey.
Yeah, so you
So off
guys
to the U.
walk, ride, however you're going over to the university. And
Oh, I'm bringing Lucky with me.
bringing Lucky. Okay. Yeah, I guess you still don't have any dog food.
No, but I hand fed him whatever it seemed like he might be able to eat out of
Yeah.
it. No chocolate, but
Maybe some bread.
yeah.
Soggy bread. You probably like the
I mean,
soggy
it
bread.
specifically states, yeah, it specifically states it's nourishing, like horses and stuff. So I figure it's okay
Yeah.
dog food.
I'm going with the like she has to decide what she's making because that's more fun. But soggy
Fair
bread,
enough.
certainly a
Yeah.
dog can eat.
Yeah.
I'm hoping as I get better at this, I can actually like,
Make a
what we want
variety of
instead
things.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I want this to be 40% horse food and 10% dog food. And
But you know, it was a first try
A
for
giant
both you and your
standoffish.
god.
what was gonna happen? He just thought it was funny.
This game's eventually going to turn into Sarah being a foodie, spending 3 hours describing what meal she.
What nourishing but bland food she creates out of nothing?
Yes. Yes, exactly.
It resembles a risotto, but it's just a hint of
Risotto is the epitome of nourishing but bland.
All right. See you
Anyway.
guys. So
on the
yeah.
way.
So you're taking Lucky. Are you trying to ride Lucky again? Have you been working on him with riding, or are you just taking him with you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Make an animal handling check.
Okay.
We'll see how well you have worked
That
with him
one.
over the past evening.
Have I improved at all? Not really.
Oh, that was an 8. Okay.
I got an 8. Yeah, I got an 8.
Yeah, I don't have to like chat up if I have you guys up.
Gotcha. Sorry. I
I
got an
can.
8.
I just have to look over to the other monitor, and I don't think about it. Okay, yeah. So you got an 8. Yeah, he still doesn't really want you to ride him. He's definitely like he likes you a lot. He definitely liked the random soggy bread. It was really exciting. But the writing is just a little weird.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
He did like shake your hand instead, though.
Oh,
He's
that's
like,
sweet.
no, but here.
All right.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you get to the university. Are you getting there early, late, on time? How are you arranging this?
Let's get there.
That
I
didn't
didn't
sound
have anything to
creepy
do
at
with planning, so
all.
I'm just going along.
I think a little
Yeah,
early is not a
and-
bad idea.
Briefing them that really, like,
What?
texting, but she was really adamant that we needed to meet in a very public place. So,
She probably thinks we're going to
a
kill
little
her.
on
too.
edge. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go down, but
Okay.
Well, I mean, being in a public place, if she's doing it for her own safety, that helps us as much as it does her. So,
Yeah.
a little bit on a hair trigger. So,
Well, you have killed like a couple avatars, right?
I mean, we've only heard of the other one, the one that you didn't kill, right? So you're on the scoreboard. You're the leader right now.
I am on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
I kind of glare a
Hopefully
little bit
she's
at you guys.
On
And
our side. A good end.
okay, let's just go. I mean, she has every right to be cautious.
Still don't know what her connection is to the tower, and I do not like that crazy lady. So,
Let's go ask.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll
the
start keeping an eye out
towers-
for anyone following us, or specifically Seda, the tower, or like any of her people we saw,
Okay.
or the cheetah.
No.
Make a
Yeah.
perception check.
That's a 19.
19. Okay. A couple times you think you might see someone behind you, but then when you check like more carefully, it's just a person walking. And you don't see any indication that you're being followed by anybody that you know to be on the lookout for.
So shall we just go at the appointed meeting time?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like looking at Lucky and like, how is he with cats?
No idea.
Because I don't think it'll go well if he and the cheetah go at it.
I doubt he's dumb enough to attack a big old cheetah, but
Well, you
Who
don't
knows?
really know because you haven't
Does-
been around in that.
Does
I mean,
Lucky
I
have a
don't
collar
know.
on?
yeah, he does.
Okay, I'll
Yeah, I
cut a
don't
chunk
know.
of rope so you can have a leash. Tie
Nice.
a chunk of rope, but make a
I mean, you realize if a
Sure.
mastiff starts taking off and a halfling is holding onto the leash, it's not
hand
going
it
to
to
do
Card.
much.
I don't know.
Sure, that makes sense.
Card's a brick house. He'll be fine.
That's true.
That probably would
Okay.
work.
All right, I think we sound ready.
Okay.
Yep.
So you go to the. Did you guys? What all did you bring? Did you bring like all of your stuff?
What?
What all did you bring with you, other than the dog?
I figure I've pretty much always got my stuff because I never know exactly when I'm going to be able to have easy transportation back to it.
I have my bag with the map book and a few pockets full of that Sarah made.
A staff and a backpack with like books and M&Ms.
I have so I have my backpack and my material components in there, and I still have some of that dust of dryness on me, and my marble that's filled with water that I don't think I've released yet.
Do you
Emergency
know
water.
they make that like basically exactly that like in real life?
What? No.
I was watching what was it? Oh, it was Geek and Sundry's like Gather Your Party that they do on Friday evenings, and it was Gather Your Science, and they had all these little like kid sciencey things. and there was like this little bag of like confetti dust, and you put it in water and it turns into like these huge balls and like soak up all the water. I was like, it's dust diffused. It exists. It's in real life.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I have my marble of water, murky water.
Where are you hiding your marble?
I'm not keeping my traveling gear, but I'm got all my basic stuff, especially because I have a horse I can keep it on.
I have so few things at this point. I just have all my stuff because I don't have a whole lot of stuff. So.
Oh, also I have a change of extra clothes, just in case, because it has happened that things. Also, I'm starting to carry a pair of like rubber gloves that I got out from underneath the kitchen sink.
Oh dear.
For nefarious purposes.
Yeah, I think yes.
Okay. Are you guys carrying also your weapons? And like armor and stuff?
Mine are. So they're.
Yeah, I don't
my
like
daggers
leaving
are
those
kind of
behind.
concealed. Yeah.
Okay.
Wearing my clothes because I don't know if this is going to go wrong.
Especially after things have gotten weird, I don't think they'd stand out nearly as much as they would have before.
Okay.
I don't have anything like drawn or anything, but I have all my stuff on me.
Okay. So you guys go to the square and you're just kind of looking around. You don't see Seda anywhere. Rusty, since you've been paying attention, you actually see like from one of the buildings kind of around, like one of the high windows, what looks like sort of a flash of light off of glass. And then, Sarah, you get a text that says, you have to disarm first. From Seda.
Okay.
I think she's watching us from one of the buildings.
That we need to drop the weapons. Take out my dagger, my quarterstaff, and put them on the ground.
I just look at whatever window Rusty was gesturing at and just kind of hold out my hands.
I didn't gesture.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
No.
Very specifically.
Yes, I didn't say it before, but I didn't gesture.
Okay, well, I will.
I knew that I would say something, and then everybody would look at it.
Fair enough. I look broadly around at all the windows around me, just like, in general, and just sort of hold up my hands like, hi.
I'm actually, as I'm putting my stuff down, I look at Rusty, I'm like, do you know where she is?
Yeah, I saw a flash, and I, like, quietly say it to Sarah, like, I think I saw, like, a pair of binoculars, like, glare come off of them up on, and I don't gesture, but I say, like, that building over there up on that floor.
By the way, I think our cameras are stopped again.
Oh, are they? No, I think they're fine.
Rather than
maybe
disarming,
I'm
I'm just going to hang back
they're
on the
fine on
horse,
my end.
ready to ride in quickly if needed.
They should be. Like, I have definitely not minimized you because have it open.
Okay.
I'll
They
pull
are
out.
not moving on my screen, but anyway.
Maybe you're just frozen.
I'll pull out a dagger and like throw it into the dirt so it sticks there, and then drop my bow because I have
You gotta
one
be
arrow left
dramatic
anyway.
about it.
Okay.
Or just give it to me.
Sure.
Okay, so you're not disarming, James?
No, because I'm just going to stay back.
Oh, okay. So, like, back out of the area?
Yep.
Okay.
Hand
All
our
right.
stuff to James.
Okay, so after, it's moving so again. Okay, good. After, it's like, it's fine in OBS. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, so you guys make your way, or you're just waiting, right?
Yeah, she doesn't like men anyway, so.
And after a little while, like, a good like 5 minutes, you see sort of this like wave of, like, there aren't that many people out there, but like there are some, and you see a wave of them sort of like move away from something, like the general trend away. And then you see her walking towards you with her cheetah. And then she gets sort of close enough to watch you all, and she's very warily coming forward, like very slowly. She's watching all around her. and she makes her way to you. And we're going to take a break because it is 7:30.
Okay.
All the suspense of a conversation, man. All right. So we'll be back in just a few minutes, guys. So yeah, I really have to go to the bathroom, so we're taking a break.
Before this gets too intense.
Yeah. Before it's like a whole conversation, I'm like, oh my god, I'm dying. All right, let me find some music to play of some form, and let me mute you all. Okay, you are now all muted, and nobody can hear you. Go to the loading screen.
Wow.
And we're back. Hey, I did things right for once. I think
Sorry, my
maybe
mouth is.
that's okay. I ate dinner like really early and now I'm hungry again, so apparently that was a mistake.
Oops.
I mean, other than that, I had to eat at some point.
It's not peanuts and M&Ms, but it'll do.
Not quite the same. I actually made tacos for lunch, so that was really good. Yeah. So, y'all were being approached by Zeta.
Mm-hmm.
So she finally gets like close enough to speak to you. You know, without like yelling across all the people. Like she's not really close. She's like 5 feet away still.
Yeah, and I'm gonna like step out a little bit in front of the group that she's coming.
Okay.
I'm keeping a hand
More like
on.
she's talking to me and not the four of us.
I'm keeping a hand on Lucky's shoulder and like petting him in case he's getting nervous around the cheetah.
Okay.
I'll take the bigger person.
Oh, you're cutting out like crazy, Stu.
Yeah, I just take the kind of keep control of him
Uh-huh.
because Ronya's too small.
Oh, okay. I think I got what you were saying.
Yeah. I hold the leash because Ronya's a little tiny to
Yeah. Okay.
deal with him.
Yeah, and she kind of has her hand, like, as always, on Lane's, like, back. Like his, or, you know, or, like, withers or whatever. Like, just in there. And this cheetah's really big. If you had forgotten. It's a very large cheetah. So she gets sort of close enough to you, and... So what happened?
We found the source of the sickness on Bainbridge Island. Plague.
Okay.
And the individual didn't want to be spreading a plague.
Yeah, she didn't want it, but she was actually the second avatar of death. The first one apparently disappointed him, killed and brought back as a zombie. Replacement.
Because he... So it was a he, and then it was a she.
Yes.
And there were two.
Because he found out that his touch would sicken people, and he tried to go into hiding.
I don't remember hearing about this.
Oh, yeah, it happened in the game that we're here for.
Well, you
James
told me
was
that, you know,
there, but-
Ronya's friend was Death, but I didn't hear about...
she was Death's understudy or whatever because he didn't want to do the job, so Death
missed some key
Death
points
fired
that
him.
they did not follow through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The first avatar tried not to spread the plague, tried to hide himself, and then in fact killed himself, but then was brought back as a zombie and couldn't stay dead, and there was a new avatar for Death anyway, and he was just there miserable as a zombie with plague.
Okay.
But she
So
was
part of what
basically
we were trying
doing
to
the
do
same
is-
thing that he had been doing, which was hiding away to try not to spread it.
but she was going out and kind of pretending like she would go out at night to places where she knew people weren't, so she could appease Death and not get got herself.
Yeah. So, to keep killing people, but it was a very...
Wait, if the last one already died and came back, how are you sure she's not going to?
Because the last one, A, wasn't killed by an avatar. So Death was still in the game at that time. Pew put her to sleep so she couldn't be zombified.
Yeah,
And-
what is it? Rest for repose?
Oh,
or
that's
sleep
why
for
you
repose?
used that.
Yeah.
And then also, Sarah got a new tattoo, and everyone found out that the Avatar of Death died, and that didn't happen the first time.
Okay.
So, Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Now that we have players caught up.
So I assume we also catch her up more or less with all that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sonia is very, very, very stony faced during this conversation.
Okay. I didn't know that that there were replacements, or that the gods might be unhappy enough to bring you back.
I don't know if that was just death or how long has the game been going on, and I think, I don't know about you, but I'm worried my god might start to get annoyed that I'm meeting avatars and not killing them.
Maybe we aren't moving fast enough.
But I don't want to find out what a trickster would decide to do. Enough as is.
She kind of backs up a little. You don't plan to break our alliance?
No. You found out anything more about who killed the hanged man?
That's a really good question. I forgot to look up. Hold up a sec, guys.
Well, whatever she says, I'm watching very intently to see if she's lying or not. Or see how she's responding, I guess.
Yeah, let's see. We are in June 11th. There's a whole timeline, y'all.
Oh.
Whole timeline.
Whole timeline. Okay. So she says, I don't know. I don't think it was near here. I haven't heard anybody who did know.
Spoke of that? Has spoke of that?
No, I talked to, what's her name?
The tower?
Yeah, she has a name. I know I have it somewhere.
I know I wrote it down, but that's like 8 sessions
Madeline.
ago or whatever.
I talked to Madeline, and she didn't know.
What is your alliance with her? She worries me.
She's strong. She will help us.
Your strength.
She seemed very intent on winning at whatever cost.
Exactly.
I heard you two were fighting, and then all of a sudden you were friends?
Where did you hear that?
Some of the people near the camp.
Yes. Well, we fought, and we didn't kill each other. We sort of came to a standstill. We were both exhausted, and that's when we decided that maybe we would work well together for now in order to progress further.
Do you trust her?
No. In the end, of course, we'll fight each other.
I found something that said last time it was the fool in the world. You have the fact. Is there anything in your history that speaks of that?
The fool. Oh, sorry, I think you cut out the fool in the world that won. Is that what you were saying?
I'm asking her what she knows about that because
Okay.
she's got the backstory.
My ancestors said something similar, yes. Nobody understands how. they both won. If their gods came to an alliance, or what exactly happened. I do know that many more than likely fear them this game, since they're still around.
Not heard either.
So they've amassed a great deal of knowledge, I'm sure.
Have you encountered anyone other than Madeline and me?
I had encountered the Emperor, but you killed him. And
Rubbing my arm.
and I met another who was also working with me.
Which one?
How safe is the knowledge with you?
Listen, we only took out the Emperor because he was a dick that was going to kill us anyway. And we took out Death because it was merciful and she didn't want to be Death. And that was the only way. We're not going around trying to win the game. We're trying to figure out the best way to solve this, whether we have to play by the rules they set.
I think
Thus far,
You could also
we have
offer to
met.
trade knowledge.
And justice.
What was that?
Thus far, we have met the star.
Like, I bet she doesn't know who Justice is.
You've met the
And-
Star.
Yes.
Are you working
Yeah.
with her?
Yeah, she's an old friend of mine. We talk occasionally.
Oh, she's the other that I met.
Oh, cool.
We have many
Well, there you
connections,
go.
it seems.
Indeed.
And you said you've met Justice?
Mhm.
Came after us for the whole killing the Emperor thing.
Were they in league?
He's
Not that I'm aware of,
He's-
but seriously.
he's trying to bring us to justice.
I suppose
So-
that fits.
Yeah.
Do you know where the gods exist?
On their plane, I assume.
Plane?
Isn't that where gods live?
What do you mean by plane?
So, like, Mount Olympus?
Well, if you're Greek, maybe. In my culture, the gods live on a separate plane that overlaps with ours, but doesn't touch.
But, like, wait. Huh. What, do you know what it's like on that plane? Are there other planes do you know of?
I'm not a spiritualist.
Oh.
Pew's kind of getting a side eye at this point. Like,
What do you know of
I don't know.
planes?
I'm interested. I want to know these things.
I don't know where the gods exist.
Hmm.
I do know that they seem to have a hard time making contact regularly.
going to ask if you contact your god.
Assuming that you ask if I've had my god talk to me. Yes. Not often. Sometimes
him?
not well. But she talks to me occasionally, yes.
I can hear my god talk to me, but I very rarely manage to talk to him.
Maybe you should try more. I think they listen. They just can't always respond.
But this magic seems to be getting stronger.
Maybe you are taking out the competition.
Is there anything in your lore about all the different effects that are happening? Like everything crumbling and the rampant growth of plants and all sorts of other things. Is there legend about that? Like, are they tied to specific ones, or do they just happen?
They might be. I think that the
It was
Empress
part of the game.
is tied to plants. I don't know what would be tied to buildings crumbling. The only thing I would say is perhaps if I got weak, but I don't think I'm getting weak.
I seemed to think it was like a side effect of the game. That the longer the game drug on, the more the world would become chaotic.
That is what my legends say.
How long these games usually last?
I think it depends on the game.
When was the last game?
Before written word in my tribe.
Oh boy, that's a long time ago.
Not necessarily. It was passed down orally. That's all I know. But the women in my land have not been very literate. I don't know. I only know the mother of my mother. And that could be anything. It could be the mother of my 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 mother. Or it could be the mother. I don't think it's actually the mother of my mother.
Yeah, I think like this sort of thing happening every 2 generations would be a bit too much for the world to handle.
Would have noticed.
I think it's not often. It's crouched in myth, which makes me think it's been a long time. And I don't know why it's here when it was in Africa last time, or the time that my family knew about it.
Where in Africa are you?
My family is from Rwanda.
Okay. Have you heard about anything, a big disturbance to the south that people are avoiding?
The south of here?
To the south of, yeah, like miles to the south.
No, but I haven't talked to people much.
We've heard that it's blocking like the main travel route down towards Portland. We're interested to see what could be down there.
I don't know. If you want me to come with you, I could, I suppose.
We could maybe use your help.
Yeah. It sounded like what we heard about is that it's big, like equivalent in power to you guys. So it might be another one.
It could be. I don't know.
I think we're sticking around town here for a little while longer, but
I wonder if this is harder now in modern time when there are more people.
I mean, seems like half of folk died, and that's a lot more people than I assumed there were. Right now, it seems like there's just a lot of mouths to feed, too.
Especially being in the city.
Getting more scarce.
Yeah.
Willing to trust us enough to venture south.
We could maybe get the star in on it, too, if we really want to team up.
She is to the south, isn't she?
Like,
Yes.
The thing I'm talking about is further to the south.
Oh, far to the
Much
south.
further. Like, yeah, not like,
Seemed like
by car
her
it would
work.
be a few hours travel, but on foot it's probably, I'm guessing, a couple days. It's hard to tell because I don't know exactly where it's at.
She's that... Where do you think she
Oh.
is?
No, I don't think she's that far. I'm talking about the disturbance to the south.
No, where...
Wait, where do you think she is?
She's in Portland.
We have not talked to her for some time.
Oh, she's in Portland. Do you know what she's doing there?
How do you... I thought you were her... You knew her.
We met her here in
As
my
did
old, in our old neighborhood where her and I both used to live, and we didn't. I mean, maybe we just haven't talked enough, but we didn't. He's heading to.
Last we heard from her, she was going to explore the neighborhood further.
Maybe she meant a very broad neighborhood.
Portland's weird, right?
Well, if she's down there, she may either be the cause of what's going on down there or know what is going down there. It might not be a bad idea to go down and check in with her.
Or be cut
call
off
her.
by it.
Yeah, we can.
Do we want to text her? Do we want to send like a group text right now? Like, say
Yeah,
that?
let's FaceTime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
I do want y'all to roll a percentile on whether FaceTime's going to work. I don't care who, but one of you needs to make that roll.
Oh God.
Do it.
It would take about 70 hours to walk to Portland,
Yeah, it's not close.
according to Google Maps.
That's good to know. Thank you. I hadn't actually done that.
Somewhere between 61 and 78, depending on which route you take.
Yeah.
Hey, we're in.
That sounds about
I
right.
rolled a 73 for a percentile.
Okay, awesome.
Oh God.
And
Other slash view. Other
move on.
slash.
I can't. Other slash.
You guys are having a
Oh,
hard time. Wow. I mean,
Well,
only
then
one of you
93.
needed to do it, but
I know.
you're wasting those 93s.
Elizabeth.
All right. So you make this call, like, with very probably, like, little hope of it actually going through. And it, like, you know, does that little ring thing that FaceTime does. And then after, like, a couple of rings, you actually get an answer. And there's Lily's face. And, like, she looks exactly like how you last saw her. She's, like, definitely become, like, elven. She looks very delicate and very blonde, like, super, you know, platinum blonde hair and very pretty. And
Wow.
who actually called her?
I guess I did.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay.
Either me or Rusty.
Well, she would probably answer differently depending on which one of you called her.
I'm over Sarah's shoulder.
But Sarah's
Okay.
phone made the call.
Yep.
Okay. So you are facing, like, her and a very blank, like, wall behind her.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Holding the phone out.
Oh, Rusty. Hi.
What up?
How are you?
Yo, we're good. We're meeting with Strength over here, and we found out you went to Portland without us.
Didn't I tell you I was going to Portland?
I don't remember. Was
I'm
that
pretty
John?
sure she didn't.
I don't remember. As a player, I don't remember.
We've also been stuck for a while, so...
It's been a while. So...
Hey, did you... How bad are things down there? We
mean?
heard there was something on the way to Portland that was blocking the way in a manner. We're not quite sure what.
I've heard that there's something north of here. I don't know what either. It was fine when I came down. But that's been a while. It's been like a month. I don't know. I think I told you.
Thinking of teaming up, go down and deal with that.
With whatever's north of here?
Yeah.
Giant evil darkness is what we've heard it described as.
Yeah. Lots of people I think are dead. I don't know if it's a great place to go.
I mean, lots of people are dead everywhere, right?
I mean, recently. Like, people that tried to go north, we never heard from again.
Is it like a monster or...
All I know is that people see a lot of fog. The ones that come back.
People see a lot of what?
Fog. Like, different
Cloverfield
fog.
here.
Probably.
Like
Because
a
there's always
mist.
fog.
And this, the fog is to the north?
Of here.
Portland.
Yeah.
So it's in between Seattle and Portland.
Yeah, I guess, if it's not up there too.
Cloud of death fog.
Well, I don't know if it's the fog.
That sounds terrible.
Or if the fog has to do with it somehow.
Hey, guys,
I think we should probably check it out, honestly.
continuing our campaign to right the world, then seems like the next step.
Yeah.
So you've met Seda.
Yep.
Yeah, she said
She met us, actually.
she might come down with us, and we were wondering if you also wanted to try to help us investigate this scary thing.
And she kind of like turns the phone away, and you sort of, and like she's clearly like kind of covering up the microphone, and you sort of hear this like little sort of muffled conversation between her and somebody with like a deeper voice, but that's about all you can get. And then she comes back. She's like, we'll think about it. Probably.
Who's
We? Ooh.
Yeah, it's sort of a long story, actually.
And with death.
Who's your boyfriend?
She like points the phone, and you see this guy that's like sort of clearly sitting like right by her, and he looks like he just came out of like the military. Like he's got, sort of short buzz hair, and he looks super in shape. He's probably like Hispanic, but not fully. So some kind of, all American. And he kind of smiles and waves a little bit, and says, "Hi, I'm Nathan. You must be the Wheel of Fortune." And he sort of, and strength. Heard about you.
Anything about you?
I poke Sarah slightly, like below the camera view, and then I say into the phone, "How's the weather down there?"
Sunny? Not bad.
About what it is up here.
Okay. You can see, like, he sort of is looking over towards where you, like, you think that Lily's, like, holding the phone, and Lily kind of brings it back. She's like, he's a Chariot. And...
Nice.
Oh!
Wait, I didn't hear that. He's what?
The Chariot.
Maybe that's how the world of Fool got it on. They got it on. That's how they did it.
Well, see, it was really weird because we never got the messages about each other.
You never what?
Huh.
We never
mean like
heard
your-
anything.
Never said anything.
No.
God doesn't scream at you to kill each other?
No.
Then how do you know he's actually the Chariot?
Because he told me he is.
Why do you believe him if your God isn't telling you?
Because when we run into others, he's known as fast as me.
How many others have you run into?
There are a few down here.
What happened to the hanged man?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. You don't know either?
No.
I was hoping you'd learned something since we last talked.
I've learned a lot, but not about the hanged man.
Oh.
It must have been somewhere else.
Someone else.
But yeah, Nathan and I have run into the sun.
The what?
The sun.
The sun.
He's down here. And he has run into the Hierophant. Apparently he's also
The
down
sun?
here.
The sun has run into the Hierophant?
Mm-hmm.
Utensil.
And we think there's someone else here, because weird stuff's happening, but we don't know who.
In Spanish, even if the phone isn't turned towards him, I'm going to say, hey man, did lying about being an avatar help you get in her pants?
So in Spanish, you kind of get the reply like, no man, I swear it's true.
Sorry, I missed that whole thing.
Oh.
Cut out.
You get a no man, I swear it's true, but I'm sure you're jealous.
I'm sure you're
Jealous. I
And
mean,
then
I think
just
she's
say
over
back,
you.
I just say, no, it's cool, get after it. Like, I'm just super, like, nonchalant about it. Just slinging bro talk back and forth in front of everybody.
In Spanish.
In Spanish.
I'm
so
glaring at Rusty.
basically I'm seeing
Does she
more and more
understand?
evidence.
Who,
with-
Sarah? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And then
So
you sort of
basically,
like, you see Nathan kind of like flinch a little bit and go, hey. She goes, you weren't
So you
supposed to
have
tell
God
him that.
not telling each other to kill each other. We also have heard that some other gods tied or, didn't have to kill each other to win the game. I'm seeing more and more evidence that you don't just have to kill everybody else. So I'm getting really tired of all the people being like, well, we just have to kill people. We have no other choice.
We also met a god who killed his own avatar because they weren't doing his bidding.
Do you know anything about how we can, is there any way to, sort of sever the connection?
Sever the connection.
In the world?
With the gods, like just be like, no, we're not doing this for you.
Seda kind of looks
Our-
at you. She's like, isn't that what happened to your friend's friend and then he became a zombie?
Plain.
Well, except that he actually died, like he killed himself. But what basically, I keep hearing people saying absolute, the only way to end this is for everybody to die but one. But we're hearing that in one case that already didn't happen. We're also, you two right here, your gods are not telling each other to kill each other. So it's clearly not that cut and dried. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way we can end this without just killing everybody.
Gods back to their own world?
We think it might have something to do with our gods, specifically. If you look at the
Pardon?
art on the cards, the Chariot has a lot of stars. And that's our only guess, that maybe they're allied.
Oh, wow.
Like maybe it's
within
not
the
just
gods.
us that can create alliances.
Interesting.
Maybe it's the gods.
But that's all I mean, it's just a guess. I don't know. There are a lot of connections between the art. I don't even know if the art means anything. But that was sort of, when he met me, he wondered if that was it. It wasn't my thought, but I hadn't really looked at his art as much as he had looked at his card's art.
In Spanish, I say, I bet you checked out her art a lot.
He laughs and she rolls her eyes.
Rusty, on topic.
What? It's on topic.
I'm just, still not there, wondering what you're talking about.
You're just all huddled around a phone.
Yeah.
I mean, if there is a way to just end it, I guess. I mean, I don't know. The world sort of sucks.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, and it's not our fault. So why we have to kill each other to end that is not sitting well with me.
Wait, what do you mean by the world sucks?
I think it's pretty clear what you mean.
Not that bad. I mean,
Or after the game started.
I mean, it sucked before too. But it
Yeah.
sucks differently now.
Sucks a lot now.
Yep. Well, and not knowing if, some magic bullshit's just gonna, murder everyone randomly.
I wonder if the best plan is just to find the magician.
I mean,
Why do you think that would be the best plan?
someone said that he was running the game this time, right?
Did Sada's yeah, he is.
What do you
And
think
what-
we could...
That's why we have magic.
What would
Yeah.
finding him do you think?
Well, maybe if he was gone, then magic would be gone.
But according to everybody else, the game would still be going on.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Isn't that the biggest thing?
Isn't that what?
The biggest thing?
I think,
I have no idea.
Yeah. I look at Sada, I'm like, do you know who hosted last time?
She nods and says, "The sun."
Is there any report on what happened or if the game changed when the sun died?
When the sun
did.
died,
It got really cloudy.
I think there had been a famine, a very large famine. And I know it ended when the game ended. I don't know if it ended when the sun died.
So that's a definite maybe.
Or, because again, it's all myth and legend. I don't know everything.
Then to
Well,
me,
you know
I
more than
think
the rest of
most-
us.
Well, I just feel like we're not really getting anywhere. And to me, the thing that seems the most immediate is that more people are dying, more people who don't have anything to do with any of this. And I think we should figure out what's going on there in between Seattle and Portland area. Is anyone else here willing to come and help us look into that?
I'm in.
yeah. I mean,
We're sort of on the other side of it down here, but we could try to go up there. I don't know how
We
big
can
it
get close to
is.
this, we get close.
I mean, if we know that we have a common goal and we're not just going to attack each other when we meet each other in the middle, couldn't we come at it from both sides and maybe have a better chance of figuring out what's going on and doing something about it?
Again, I don't know how big it is, but we could try.
Yeah,
At
let's
least
give it a try.
keep in touch and share observations. Or
Mhm.
Rocky Talkie.
What?
Well, I
we'd
don't
have to
think they
get one
have
of those
one.
down to that.
Yeah, that doesn't seem practical at the moment.
That's what I
but-
said, if only we could. This is wishful
Oh.
thinking.
Well, yeah, let's just head down there because, I mean, we know that there are civilians getting killed. Let's go try and help.
Do we want to even a day or so? Did
Yeah,
have
we
things
could
wanted to do
spend
around
some
here?
time preparing, I think, and then maybe head out.
Well, yeah, if it's partly between us, isn't that? I mean, I think it might be closer to me. It'd be a waste for
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have
We
to.
can try to contact you when we're getting close, or otherwise just choose a day, like maybe 5 days from now, and say, let's meet it then if we can't contact you before then.
Do you have Lily, do you have a better idea about where this is? How far north?
I know the fog is it's pretty close. Or it starts pretty close. I don't know how big it is. I don't know what the fog entails exactly.
Probably take us 5 days to get down there.
Yeah, probably something
A
like
week
that.
then? I want to try a week.
We got to make sure
Yeah.
we can leave town for that long too.
Yeah,
we have to
we
check
do
with
that.
their lawyer.
Yeah.
Is your lawyer?
It's a
Mhm.
long
Remember we said
story.
about
That's
justice?
we don't need to get into that later. I mean, but okay, how about this? We will try to contact you when we leave town and meet you there then.
Yeah, probably. Get in touch with us and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. I'm gonna try to get a feeling for how honest they're being on the other end of a FaceTime call.
Okay. Make
Make
an
a phone
insight
call.
check.
That's a 6.
Definitely,
I was-
they have a thing for each other.
Yep.
And
I was
Lily
also
is like,
insight
you almost get
checking.
the feeling that Lily feels guilty. But that's about all you can get. Like, you can't get anything about the rest of their intentions.
So I was also insight checking them and Seda as we were meeting. That's an 11.
11? Okay. So yeah, you definitely get the same impression. You don't get as much of the guilt feeling, but you don't know Lily as well.
Mhm.
But you think that they're being fairly honest, as far as you can tell.
Yeah.
That again, like yeah, that's about it with an 11.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. Well, let's start looking into what we need to do to move south.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep, our deals.
Yep.
Okay.
So have we finished the call?
I don't know.
Yep.
You hung up?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's.
I think so.
We were wrapping it up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, talk to you later.
See you
Bye-bye.
in a week.
And yeah, Seda, once we've made the arrangements to leave town, can you come down with us?
Yes, probably.
Yeah, I feel like
Say-
whatever that is, the more firepower, the better, probably.
Well, just
Yeah.
in case tech goes out again, why don't we agree to meet here like tomorrow, same time, same place? Is
Oh,
that okay?
Is that enough time for you?
You don't.
I mean,
I
we don't
wonder
have
if we
to
should ask
necessarily
around
leave.
first and see if anybody knows anything.
Well, what I'm saying is we don't necessarily have
Yeah.
to leave tomorrow, but we could have like a standing every day at noon meeting just because we never know when we won't be able to contact the next time.
Does it need to be daily? I mean, sometimes we've got a lot to do.
Sometimes we do, but sometimes we don't. And who knows how long
2
we have
days.
to wait.
I gotta go
Okay.
stab my
Be
dad.
back here in 2 days.
2 days? 2 or 3? 5?
2 days.
I mean, I have literally nothing to do until we leave, so.
No
If you guys
stabbing
want
of
that,
dads
that's
going on.
The only thing I was thinking of doing was talking to our lawyer.
Yeah. Well,
Meet here. 2 days.
Okay.
All right, I can do that. But
sometime.
before you go, what do you think it means that the star and the chariot can be around each other?
Means there's allies of the gods. I don't know.
Yeah, it might mean politics within the gods.
I mean, nothing. I don't have
Yeah.
any
Adds
ideas
a
that I
different
maybe-
dimension.
already discussed.
Maybe those two gods are banging too.
Maybe.
Just saying.
Maybe that is why there were 2 winners last time.
Two what?
Maybe.
Sorry.
2 winners.
Yeah.
But then that would make your theory of being able to end it less possible.
So you're saying the only loophole is if some gods are getting it on?
I don't
Well,
know. I'm asking what you think.
I mean, I have way less idea about this than you.
I just find it interesting. I haven't heard of gods not commenting before.
Yeah.
Have
I
you?
don't know.
Not in my experience.
No, nor mine.
Does that
I shall
Does that
meditate on
mean-
this.
does that mean that you think an avatar could have gone unnoticed if it was your ally?
Oh.
Oh.
That
Interesting.
that would be fucking annoying.
Should we always travel in 2s with somebody?
Your
But then-
soulmate walks by and then you don't even know it. That sucks.
Dang, we could have been banging all this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll find you a nice little stout man with a bigger beard than yours.
Huh?
Got it.
Oh.
Actually,
Oh.
angry. It's okay.
Or, whatever. I don't judge.
Rusty, not fluffy.
Now I feel bad because the doggo got excited. Aw.
The doggo gets excited a lot.
The dog was very sensitive.
Oh.
Tender soul.
We could. All right, we gotta probably prepare and make arrangements and research. So,
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
I
so
think I
2
really-
days, and we will see what we can learn in the meantime before just running off.
Yes.
I don't tend to find that the best policy.
What do you think we should do?
Try to learn more.
I mean, yeah.
Hit up Izzo's Emporium and get some swag and then head out too.
What is your? I don't. We'll talk about this later. I want to talk about your store.
University are the hub of magic here.
Oh yeah. We should also go there. Do we know if there's
We are there, love.
You
Oh
are-
no. But go to the store again.
Oh, to the store.
Even though we just saw them
What are you-
yesterday.
What are you hoping to get there? Yeah, we were just there.
We could
Can we
maybe
just
talk
wait?
to the professor. They might know more.
Yeah.
Find the rumor mill.
Yeah, I have.
That's probably all we're gonna get is rumors.
Yeah.
Have they come and got me yet?
No.
Yeah, let's go get him. I mean,
As far as I know, they're still talking to
kind of
Seda.
thinking of
let's just gesture. I'll just gesture at James. Be like, "Come on over here. There's nothing to going on."
yeah, we were kind of thinking eventually you might have just wandered over on your own, but apparently not.
I mean, I was watching for anything that looked bad, but you were just
Yeah.
talking.
We're like
Let's
on a
talking.
phone. We're socializing.
It's nothing you
Yeah.
need to be too wary about.
Yeah, let's maybe figure out what we need to do before we plan for sure to rush off.
Yeah.
Well, we've budgeted 2 days for that.
At least.
Who want? So I think the first thing we need to do is talk to the lawyers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do that. And,
So shall we?
yeah.
And I go to like fist bump Seda and be like, hey, we can be a little more chill next time. Like, don't worry about it. Boop. Yeah. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I will see you in 2 days.
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay.
So I think it's Pew and Rusty who have the most rapport with our lawyers, maybe. One of you want to call them?
Most contact, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
I
to
mean,
let
make an
Rusty do
offer.
the talking because,
So are we departing now? Like,
Yep.
yeah.
Cool. Hey, we should investigate all and other things to see if we can figure out if there's like other possible alliances,
Oh, yeah.
and also
Probably.
figure out who's with Fog, maybe.
Yeah, I like pulled out my tarot deck and I'm thumbing through it,
Okay. So.
And then,
Oh,
which is
no.
another way to say I've
I was
opened
gonna
the
say,
webpage.
I was gonna pull out my phone and start calling the Harlans that I pulled out of the phone book.
Oh, okay. So Sarah, do you have what sort of tarot deck do you have? Because there's like a bazillion tarot decks out there. I know that Ronya's is like really sort of new agey and like pretty art.
Mine's a kind of cheesy one, but I mean it's pretty, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't actually know if I have an actual deck, but I have like note cards about each of the
Oh, okay.
arcana from the different books that I read back when I spread out a giant
Right.
mess of
When you had all
study
the books.
materials all over Pew's
Yeah.
living room.
Yeah. Okay, so you
Which
start
is another way
going
to say
through
it.
your notes, which I don't know if they include all the art, but and Rusty, you're calling you included all the art?
Rough little sketch.
Okay.
I included rough little sketches.
Okay. Of which version?
Whichever one was in the book.
So there are probably multiple.
Which,
I'm
multiple
guessing pretty
versions.
classical versions in the book.
I can send you the webpage I've been using as my book.
Okay, go for it. Okay, so while she's doing that, yeah, Rusty, try. You're just calling through all or there were 2, right? Or 3? 2.
Yeah, I'll start with Harlan.
With the Sea Harlans?
Yeah, I'll just call them and ask for Chris.
Okay.
It's basically my plan.
Okay. So you call the first one, and it just goes to voicemail, but it says like you've reached the phone of Charlie Harlan. I'm not here right now.
I just hang up.
Okay.
Click.
And then you call the second one, and a little girl, probably a child, answers. Hello?
Hi, is Chris there?
Yeah, Dad! And like the phone gets sort of dropped.
Thanks.
And like a minute later, hello?
Hi, I'm calling because I think you might know somebody I know, and I'm trying to track him down.
What's that?
Do you
Sorry?
know? I'm looking for Preston Savage.
Yes. Who is this?
This is his son.
Maybe we should set up a time to meet.
Okay. When works?
I can be available anytime.
Cool. How about tonight?
Tonight is fine. Where are you?
Are
you local?
Yeah, we're in, and I give him. I was like, right now we're down near the university, but we're in the area, so anywhere in Seattle could work.
Okay, great. Yeah. Why don't we meet somewhere? I had a map of Seattle. I no longer have it up. Why don't we meet? I really don't care. What sounds good to you?
Pick somewhere that's nearer to where we're staying, but is like a public sort of known area.
Okay. Like a park or something?
Yeah.
Okay. He says, all right, or I'd be happy to take you out to dinner. If there are restaurants in the area.
I don't know if there's places. I mean, the power's on right now, but like food's kind of a thing.
Of course. Park would be great.
Yeah.
7?
Sure.
Hot dogs in the corner.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks. I'll see you then.
Yes. Take care of yourself, Rusty. He hangs up.
I just stare at my phone for a second while we're walking along, like with everybody.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
It seems like pretty big news.
Yeah, that was easier than I thought, actually. I didn't think he'd be. So yeah, I'm meeting him, this fella, at 7 over at such and such park.
Do you want company?
Yeah, right along.
Yeah, probably is good. We
I
could
wonder if
roll
there's. I'm looking for some things. I should actually start keeping a watch out for.
If you say salt.
No.
I got her a lot of salt and some pepper and a few ketchup packets.
And some of those little wipes too.
Yep. Those have been very useful. I'm gonna probably need a few more little wipes in time. I have a feeling.
What's all that stuff about planes about, Pew?
Oh, I was just doing some exploring. Yeah. I disappeared for a little bit, and I came back, and we're all cool. I'm gonna try that again some other time.
Wait, you think you can travel to other planes? Is there a way you could get to wherever the gods are?
No, I don't think so. I think
I'm sure they would love if we just showed up. We could bake cookies for them.
Yeah.
I don't love that they just showed up in our world.
Yeah, but they're gods and we're not. And I think it would end much more badly for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blasphemy punishable by death to look them in the eye or something.
I'm gonna be looking for like dead animal bones. Just bones.
Okay.
As we're walking along.
I reach in my bag pockets to pull out snacks that Sarah made probably roughly a day ago.
Okay. Well, it was like evening. You've still got a little bit. Snacks are still good.
Yeah.
I eat some. I feed some to the dog.
Okay. Including the chocolate?
I'm not dumb.
Hopefully not.
Okay. All right.
And I guess I could share with the people too.
Just the dog. Dog's
Thank you.
I've got a snack.
I'll pull out the
Come on.
local bread I have.
I have high metabolism.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys, where are you going right now?
Heading,
Back to our place.
Okay.
yeah. What if we go research for a bit and then go meet up and see if I have to fight my dad today? Thing.
Okay.
Does anyone want to call the lawyer?
Yeah, we should probably do that. Okay. Rusty, you're the wordsmith. I end up just blurting half things at the lawyer.
All right. Let's get back first.
Hey, I'm the one that got us arrested in the first place.
Yeah, and I'll start. I'm looking for animal bones on the way, though. Do you want me to roll anything for that?
Just a bit of murder.
Yeah, you could roll something like that.
Perception or
Investigation.
Investigating. I'm using a different thing. I rolled a 12.
Okay. Since I rolled 100%, which never happens.
Ooh.
Wow.
Or 0%, however you want to look at it.
Bones fall, we all die.
Bones fall, you all die. You do find what looks like a sort of like some mangled bones that probably some dogs have been using as like chew toys of some form of animal or another.
Okay. I'm gonna grab some of those and yeah, I will.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'll see if when I get home, I'm gonna see if I have like a grater or something.
Okay.
Or a zester.
Oh my god.
You know, bone dust is really unhealthy.
I know, but you need it for a spell.
Make sure you wear a mask.
Yeah, where
I don't know if Q knows this though.
She's gonna put a mask on because it's
She
a
hasn't
little
yet
gross.
started her job at the mortuary.
Yeah.
Wear gloves though, so she's got a little bit of sense.
Okay.
Expertise in her trade.
Yeah.
Okay, and you guys call the lawyer. Yeah?
Okay. Yep. Rusty, talk.
Called the loyal.
Okay. Lawyer answers. Whose name I've forgotten again, but I know I have it somewhere. He says, blah. Well, actually, he doesn't answer. His secretary answers. Blah blah's office. I think you're muted.
Hey, this is Rusty.
You cut out now.
Damn it.
Or muted again.
No, I'm not muted.
Oh,
No,
you're
it's
just
definitely
cutting
not
out.
muted.
Wait, be right back.
Okay.
BRB.
Okay, so yeah, I call him and just say, hey, I'm calling to talk to so and so about our pending case
Oh,
and current events.
yes. I have the notes here if you want to talk to me, or I can try to get him. He's in a meeting right now.
Is it about our case? Or is there any new notes?
I can't tell you that, but I can tell you what is in the notes here.
Is there anything new from the last couple of days? I last talked to him it would have been, like 2 days ago when we got back, or a day ago? But it's not been that long.
Okay. Actually, wasn't it still while you were on the island, or did you call him once you got? Oh, you called him once you got back too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll just say, have him call me when he has a chance.
Okay, I can certainly do that. And
yeah.
there's no new information here.
Okay. Cool.
Just they're still working on your case. It's a tough case because they have many eyewitnesses accounts.
Yep, we know.
Is
We
there...
already know all that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll just have him give you a call then.
Cool, thanks.
Bye.
Bye. He's busy.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So I'm on the way back to our place. I want to see whether we pass any place where I can get like dog food.
Oh yeah. You might have to go like a little out of your way, but if you do, you pretty easily can find like pet store.
Okay, cool.
It's not hard to find. And you
I'm
can
gonna
find
get
one that's open.
some dog food and like load it up on Lucky's back. I figure he can probably carry it.
Okay.
You could also put my bag is not hardly full at all.
Well, yeah, but like if I'm getting like one of those big old
Sure.
big dog food
Let's
bags,
he's a huge dog. We're gonna need a lot of dog food.
Yeah, exactly. So I figure one of the big old bags and he can help carry it.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So how big of a big bag are you planning to have him carry? I said, how big of a big bag are you getting?
I mean, as much as he can comfortably carry.
Okay. Because he's not, a horse.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, I don't want to get
James's horse is a horse.
That's true. James's horse is a horse. So more than the dog could comfortably carry because the horse is going to help.
Okay. All right. In that case, you were able to get enough food to last him probably a little while.
Cool.
Yeah, no problems. They're looking a little low on their food. You get the feeling that this food also is running low. But they have enough for you to stock up a little bit.
Cool.
Sorry, I'm still stuck on James's horse is a horse.
It's hard to argue with that.
It is hard to argue with
a horse.
Yeah.
It's kind of a celestial entity.
Hey, Pew. I know.
Yeah.
I've seen your family's stores around, but until a couple of weeks ago, I never had enough money to think about shopping in one. What do they sell there?
It's like Nordstrom's, but then they got into a survival kick. So then there's like a whole it's like REI plus Nordstrom.
Oh man, we need to go get loaded up. Do you just have like a card where you can get everything for free?
I do have a discount. That's a family discount. But I have to use my own money for that.
Well, I just gave you a bunch of money, so.
Okay, yeah, you could just give it to me in cash.
I wrote it down. I don't know if...
frowns upon me, having my friends shop there. He's weird like that.
Yeah, in point of order, I was going to say, I don't know if I actually mentioned this, but I was going to give Pew 10 grand of the 50 grand I got so that she had money to just do Pew things with because I think it'd be hilarious.
Okay.
And she might have to bail me out or something.
Good to have, all contingencies covered.
Yeah, I know what's up.
So, Pew, you have 1 grand more monies.
Okay.
No, 10.
Oh my God.
10 grand.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
In cash.
In cash. Okay.
Yeah, it's not actually that much. It's just a stack of hundreds.
Okay. Well, I'll put this in my wallet pocket thing.
Okay, so anything else y'all want to do before this evening?
Before what?
This evening.
I was going to stop and talk to Julie.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah. And just ask her if she knows my dad at all, or if she knows Chris.
Okay.
And have the
So,
picture with me and show her.
yeah. So when you do that, she sort of sits down and like pats the table across from her. So, I do. I mean, of course I knew your dad. And Chris stopped by for a while after he left. He checked in on you here and there.
Because I don't remember him at all.
Well, it was when you were really young still. Your dad your dad left right after you were born.
Dick.
And Chris, I think how did you even find out about Chris?
I found, and I show him the picture I had of my parents that I found. And I'll tell her, I was tossing cars on our way back from Sanctuary, and I came across this, and he looked familiar, but I couldn't figure out why, so I just kept it with me. And I didn't look at it till now, because we've been preoccupied.
Okay. Yeah, he like I said, I think he felt responsible for a while.
I just missed all of that. You
Oh.
cut out.
I think he felt responsible in a way. So he tried to help your mom out for a little bit. And then they got in a fight. And I think she didn't like him feeling responsible. And then, as far as I know, he didn't come by again.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him, so. But I found him in the phone book and called him today.
Oh, he's in the area.
Yeah, we're meeting tonight.
Wow. He probably knows a lot more about your father than I do, and about the circumstances around then. They were best friends.
Yeah, seems like so.
Yeah, I sort of hated them in high school.
Yeah, I believe it. Another thing, I know things are hard, but I found a stash from someone, and I've used it to help us out with some things we needed. But I think you could really use it, a bunch of it, to take care of the kids.
We're not your responsibility, Rusty.
Look, that doesn't matter. Just I might as well put it to good use, and I don't want to spend it on dumb shit that I'm going to go out and get cut or something on. So
I mean, I want you to be a kid. You haven't had that.
I think
Spend
those
it
days
on
might
dumb
have passed.
shit.
I'll have plenty left. Just here, take this, and it'll help you get set up so you don't have to stress, at least for a little while.
Thank you. But be a kid, Rusty.
I still find a way. Don't worry.
Okay. You're so responsible all the time.
I mean,
Wait, what?
I might look it, but I
You
get the
worked
job
your way
done
into
when I
that
need to, but-
school, and you kept yourself there. And I'm not really sure what you're doing now, but you're leading this group of kids and adults.
Yeah, we're trying to unfuck things. So
Like I say, you're a little too responsible.
just you gotta keep going. Then I'll be fine. Trust me.
All right.
And I gave her $5,000 and then slipped another 10 in her pocket.
Oh. Okay. She very dubiously takes it. If you want any of this back at any time, you know that this is yours.
Only when you've got enough to spare. Don't worry about it. Just take care of the kids. I mean, you spend enough time. Did one of the kids bring a cat home?
We're not really sure that Mr. Ezo would like a cat.
But yeah, look, you spend enough time taking care of me. Just don't worry about it. And then I head out.
She just gives you a hug.
Oh.
I give her a big hug back.
Okay. And she kind of ruffles your head and says, "You've always kind of been my favorite, but don't tell the kids that," and like pushes you away.
Cool. Back to the group.
Okay.
You're right.
Yeah, I think they're talking out of character. I think they're... Did they move out of Pew's place? I can't remember. I don't think they're staying with us at like the...
I think they found out an abandoned house in the area just like we did.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got them in another abandoned house.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
We brought a cat home.
Or are they still at Pew's place?
Either way, that's, wherever they are, that's where I went because I knew where they were.
I'm assuming they're close enough that while Rusty was chatting with his aunt, the rest of us just went home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're all in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Pew
James,
is
did you go back
at
to
this point in
Leo's,
time.
or are you sticking along
Yeah.
with them? Okay.
Yeah, Pew is taking a zester and putting on a
After
mask
dropping
and
off her
zesting bone dust.
Okay.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
You're gonna have a bone dusting party over there. It's a good thing you left, James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's grabbing she's grabbing through vials and then braiding, like, she's spreading putting little skulls on it, like, skulls and, like, teeth on it, like, to signify that these are for a particular purpose.
Okay.
3 vials of things.
3 vials. All right. You successfully
Really?
I'm not even going to make you roll to make bone dust. I think you
Okay.
can manage it.
I have to roll to get bone dust out of her hair.
Okay.
Okay. That's okay. All right. Anything else?
I think it's Amanda bedtime.
Yeah. I'm gonna get ready to go meet someone from my past.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you make your way to the park where you said you would meet Chris. After you're all prepared for it, however you prepare for it, and you get there and you see a man that looks like the later pictures in the photo album, sort of the same as the young man, but has aged, obviously. And he's sort of like in front of a bench, just sort of pacing back and forth. And he sort of looks up and he sees you. And
I'm with the group, but
you have the whole group with you? Okay.
Yeah, I just say, hang back a bit. I'm gonna go sort this out.
We're gonna sit down on a park bench and read.
Okay. Yeah, so
like spy movie reading.
I'm reading, really.
I mean, I showed up. It's not like it's that big of a deal. But
Yeah.
Close enough to support, but far enough away to provide privacy.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so he looks up and he sees you and sort of smiles. Yeah, I would have known you anywhere. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Okay.
And is everybody going to be around next week?
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
It's a negative.
Let me check a second.
Okay, so no Amanda?
No, Amanda.
I will be next week, but
Oh.
not the following 2 weeks. I might not be.
Oh, Amanda, you're not going to be here next week? That's tough. Okay. I finally have your stupid prosecuting attorney coming.
Oh.
Well, I'll see if I can finagle it.
Okay. I mean, I think he said
I
he
have
was
to
probably
drive
available.
down to sometime Wednesday evening, but because I'm going car shopping because I'm going to get a new
Right.
car.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, we can play that by ear, and I guess if you're not here, then you're not here. But everybody else is good.
Yeah, as I said, I will next week, but the
Yeah.
following 2 weeks after that are a little iffy for me.
Okay.
I'm sorry if my camera's shaking. The dog has the hiccups and he's making the chair shake.
That's kind of adorable.
All right. Does anybody have any last minute shout outs other than to a hiccupy dog?
I think I'm good.
Nope. Nothing exciting. Okay. All right. Well, those of you in chat, thanks for coming and hanging out and watching. It's, as always, fun to have you here. And those of you who played, thank you for playing with me. I hope you had fun and enjoyed yourselves. And we'll be back next week, with or without Sarah. Probably, unless there's more people gone, and then we won't be back next week. Yeah. All right. I think that's about everything. So thanks for watching, guys. If you're new to the channel, as always, feel free to hit the follow button on your way out. And I will be here for my normal stream tomorrow, probably. All right. Have a good night, everybody. And I'll try to get the actual right screen to click this time. This one. That's the one.
Technology.
It's hard. Thanks for all the links, tokens. So yeah, follow all the links if you want to. Okay, you guys, you're getting muted. And bye.